Good evening, this is Jason Williams, and tonight is the big night, folks. We are here tonight on the scene of the biggest celebration on this side of the world, Halloween Madness Los Angeles. Tonight I have the honor of holding down the studio on the own and will be bringing you all the latest news and information on the situation. And the situation is that it's a party for the ages. I'm now going to my reporter on the scene, Jenny Tatsui. Jenny, how's it popping down there at the party?
Well, Jason, I can tell you, in all my 30 years of life, I've never experienced a party quite like this one. I mean, look at the crowd here. We got people of all walks of life, and everyone here seems to agree about one thing. This is the greatest night of their lives. Now, I want to tell you, Jason, I wish you were down here to join in the party. I'd love to see you shake it for me this Halloween. Wait just a moment. I think that's a police officer over there.
Must be some costume then. How about you go give him a Halloween kiss?
No, this isn't a joke. I think that officer is trying to arrest these two people who seem to be acting like feral animals. I don't know if this is a joke, Jason. I think something bad is happening. Oh my God!
Was that a gunshot I heard?
Yes, Jason. It appears as if the officer is now opening fire on these two men who were acting in a feral manner, as they seem to have attacked the officer attempting to quell the situation. I think we're going to stop filming and get out of this area. I don't feel safe.
Alright, Jenny, you be safe out there. I believe that we are now also getting word that there may be as much as 40% of the city of Los Angeles out on the streets this evening for trick-or-treating. And I think that parents, after seeing what just happened in Jenny's area, should stay vigilant. We here at the station have no clue what's going on, but I know that I will be here with you until this situation has concluded. In other news, our very own Los Angeles Angels will be facing off with the Milwaukee Brewers tonight in an MLB playoff bout for a right to move on to the World Series. I personally hope that
The following message has been issued at the request of the Los Angeles Police Department. Around 2 minutes ago, a firefight took place in downtown Los Angeles between two African-American males and a white female police officer. At this time, it has been confirmed that the officer on scene was attacked by these two males, and at this time, it has been reported that they have bitten the officer before she was able to kill the men. Self-defense. At this time, rioting may begin, and if it does, this administrative message will be updated, and a shelter-in-place warning may be issued. In addition, the officer has reportedly been taken to the Los Angeles Medical Center, and is being treated for skin loss caused by these two individuals the officer dispatched on the scene of this shooting. This has been an administrative message. We now return you to regularly scheduled programming.
Well, as you just heard from the emergency alert system, there's been a confirmation that the two individuals Jenny caught on camera earlier in our broadcast tonight have been shot and killed, and that the officer who killed the two black males have been taken to Los Angeles Medical Center for medical treatment, as these two individuals managed to bite her before she could fight back, and has killed these individuals. At this time, we also have Jenny back on the phone here from the scene. Jenny, how's the public reacting down there?
Not good, Jason. As you know, the number of police killings over the past 20 years have led to mass race riots when it involves a white officer and a black victim. But thankfully, it seems that nobody is attempting to riot, as we all saw what can only be described as a brutal and unforgiving attack before the officer had a chance to fight back. Also, some of us went closer to the scene after the officer was transported to Los Angeles Medical, and it appears that the two individuals who were bothering patrons at downtown's famous In-N-Out Burger. It also appears that inside the restaurant there are multiple patrons who are also bitten by these individuals, although they have not been allowed to head home, as their bites were not serious. I think that now, at the top of the hour, we will be clear to go on to broadcast this evening's episode of Wheel of Fortune, and from all of us here at the station, Happy Halloween! We will cut back in if anything else occurs regarding these random attacks.
The following message is a severe weather bulletin. The National Weather Service in Los Angeles has issued severe thunderstorm watch number 911, in effect until 1 a.m. Tuesday. Around 1 hour ago, a line of severe thunderstorms was located moving west at 10 miles per hour. These storms have been reported to have heavy rotation and small hail being produced. However, as these have not manifested or been large enough of dangers to the general public, the National Weather Service has opted to issue a watch instead of a warning. However, please exercise extreme caution this evening if you are out and about, as this situation could worsen at a moment's notice. This has been Severe Thunderstorm Watch number 911, in effect until 1 a.m. Tuesday for Los Angeles County. We now return you to Wheel of Fortune on the Voice of Los Angeles, KXPN 10.
Good evening, Los Angeles. My name is Jason Williams, and this is my co-host, Jenny Tatsui. We apologize for the interruption of your evening programming. However, we come to you with news on a situation we reported upon earlier regarding an incident at an In-N-Out Burger restaurant in Los Angeles. As you heard when we initially had Jenny on the scene, the people who were noticed as being bitten have all mysteriously died. At this time, it is unclear what is going on this evening, but it seems as though this is not a short-lived emergency, and that severe weather is the least of our worries, as we may have some sort of rabies outbreak. Now I have been informed by our producer that there has been a massive riot beginning to take place outside of the Los Angeles Olympic Stadium, and it seems that currently there is a massive battle between police and as many as 1,000 people outside of the historic stadium. While speaking at this time, it appears that we will have to transmit a civil danger warning at this time. Please, stand by.
We interrupt this program to bring you a civil danger warning. This is a civil danger warning. All broadcast and cable systems shall transmit this message. The following message has been transmitted at the request of the state of California and the United States military. Around 1 hour ago, a series of attacks took place outside an In-N-Out Burger in western Los Angeles. Moments ago, riots in response to the killings of 2 individuals who had been killed due to aggression towards an officer of the law have begun to take place outside of the Los Angeles Olympic Coliseum. As many as 1,000 people are participating in these violent riots, and there have been reports of rioters with firearms attacking at random. In addition, Los Angeles Medical Center has reported a power outage and possible attacks as well. Due to this, the United States military has issued this civil danger warning, as at this time, the National Guard is being called in to deal with the situation. Do not participate in these riots. You will be arrested. This has been a civil danger warning, ordered by the state of California and the United States military. Please stand by for further news and information on this developing humanitarian crisis.
Well, I think it's safe to say that trick-or-treating has been effectively canceled due to these riots plaguing Los Angeles. At this time, we have also been receiving comments on the KXWP Facebook page from citizens claiming that their suburbs have been being attacked by beings they are describing as feral and violent. This situation is quickly spiraling out of control. In other news, it appears that the game between the Los Angeles Angels and the Milwaukee Brewers has begun without any issues. However, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office has warned that if the situation continues, Angel Stadium may be used as a location for refugees. And the MLB has confirmed that such actions be needed, the game will be canceled and rescheduled for a later date. This is KXPN. We will be back after this station identification message.
Alright, Jason, we are back. and I am now on the scene of the riots, or more precisely, above the scene on the KXWP-10 news chopper, and it appears as if a massive firefight is taking place between these people who are seemingly charging at police and military with no regard for their lives. Oh my god, I think I just saw a tank coming into the area. Nate, can you get that camera on for us? As you can see down there, it's beginning to look like a war zone, and I think soon it will be one. Back to you, Jason.
Wow, that's just... I have no words. For those of you just tuning in, my name is Jason Williams, and I'm bringing you the news this evening on the ongoing series of riots in Los Angeles County. Again, we say to our viewers, do not participate in these riots. You will be arrested, or even worse, killed. In lighter news, it appears that in the nearby suburb of Eden, there are some unique individuals celebrating this Halloween with what they call the True Hand of Logic. And they're holding a trivia and gaming party in their small suburb with prizes for all ages. I think this is what tonight needs more of. Togetherness and peace. Again, I think these riots are unwarranted. I mean, you saw it on our cameras. They attacked that officer. It was like they weren't even human anymore with how little regards they had for their lives and the lives of those they attempted to nibble on inside that In-N-Out burger. Now again, this is only speculation, but I'm guessing that there may be a preemptive evacuation watch or warning issued this evening if this crisis continues. And, oh, okay. Alright, Gary. Thank you. Thank you for that. I have just been handled a correspondence from a group calling themselves the Dark Carnival. It appears that they are bringing to light new information on why these riots are happening. They mention me by name in here and say that they love my newscasting. Well, thank you. But on to the rest of the bulletin. They state here that the individuals rioting at this time are not in fact human, but are what they call forefathers. Humans infected with a strain of a disease called Virus F, which makes humans feral and allows them to withstand more damage. Out of everything I've heard tonight, this sort of makes sense. How else could these people have so little regard for their lives? But moving on, they say that the only way to stop the forefathers is to sever the head from the body. And that these are not riots, but attacks by a terrorist organization who has done such actions as these in the past. This is due to the defecation of some of us in the Dark Carnival, leaving the military's secret metahuman experimentation unit. Alright. So folks, you heard it here first. If one of these forefathers comes for you, sever the head from the body. Okay. It seems we have another alert coming through. We will transmit it at once. Please stand by.
This is a shelter-in-place warning. All broadcast and cable stations shall transmit this shelter-in-place warning. Approximately 10 minutes ago, a separatist group calling themselves the Dark Carnival have informed the United States military, as well as the general public, that the riots currently taking place in Los Angeles County are in fact not riots, but attacks by infected people with what is being called Virus F. Virus F is an experimental drug, which allows human beings to be transformed into nearly unstoppable creatures with no conscience or regard for life and property. Due to this, the following shelter-in-place warning has been issued, and will remain in effect for Los Angeles County until further notice. In addition, the National Guard has been called in to help quell these riots. However, this is not a promised solution to these riots. If one of these beings enters your home, take the following actions to protect life and property. Prepare a trap system if possible. As you have seen countless times in film, everyday household materials can't be used for self-defense. Prepare a system to alert you if anyone enters your home, and be prepared with a sharp object to sever the head from the body to protect life and property should one of the infected enter your home. If they are a loved one, do not hesitate. Remember, the infected are no longer human beings, but creatures in immense pain. Give your loved ones, if they are infected, the best gift you could give them, a graceful death, and one that will allow them to rest in peace. This should be taken as an order from your federal government, as the governor himself has met with CDC officials moments ago, and both sides have confirmed the claims of the Dark Carnival. And therefore, this shelter-in-place warning was allowed to be transmitted over all broadcast and cable systems. In addition, upon the arrival of the National Guard, they will be performing evacuations every 15 minutes. If you have time, prepare any essentials for your evacuation, such as vital medicine, clean clothes, and a government-issued ID. This should be taken as a temporary evacuation, as once the situation is resolved, you will be allowed to return home safely, and if needed, the United States government will personally reimburse you for any destroyed property, should the attacks warrant the use of explosives. Finally, to anyone near the Los Angeles Olympic Coliseum, evacuate now. The largest riots are taking place outside the Olympic Coliseum, and will be the first area to be attacked by military forces. This message will repeat. This is the emergency alert system serving the Los Angeles County area. If you are not in this local area, please tune to stations covering news and information for your local area. This has been a shelter-in-place warning. Please stand by.
Okay, folks, we are near the Coliseum, and we will be relocating ourselves to our sister station in San Francisco, who have promised to now extend coverage so that while we are relocating, you can stay up to date on this dangerous situation. My name is Jason Williams. Please be safe. I will be back as soon as possible.
Good evening. My name is Nathan Lane, and for those of you who are unaware of the situation taking place in the Los Angeles County area, there has been a series of bizarre riots by people who are now being identified as being infected with Virus F, an experimental drug meant to empower our armed forces, but had not yet been used due to how unstable the compound was. To all of you in San Francisco, we are sorry to interrupt your evening due to this, but our comrades in Los Angeles are being forced to relocate due to the riots taking place almost outside their studio. But, nonetheless, here we are, bringing all of you the news on this bizarre series of events. From what we have heard from multiple news outlets, the victims of attacks from the infected have reported massive bite and scratch marks and have themselves been turning into the same feral beings that they were attacked by. I heard earlier as well that the Empire Records building is experiencing massive fires and is on the verge of collapse. In addition to that, it seems that the situation has gotten so bad that the United States military is being brought in to deal with the situation. We advise anyone who lives in the Los Angeles area and is currently away from home to remain away from home until further notice. In less depressing news, it has just been announced that our homegrown Angels have taken a 5-0 lead in the top of the 4th inning against the Milwaukee Brewers in the final game before the World Series. While we have the Giants over here in San Fran, us here at the studio are rooting for the Angels to bring California the World Series title this season anyways. And as it seems that this rioting situation will continue well into the night, I hope that the riots that will take place in Milwaukee when our Angels kick their Brewers' asses will be legendary. And in other news, it seems that the governor has issued a state of emergency for Los Angeles County, which I believe is a good call, so that we can get aid down there to our LA counterparts as soon as the situation is resolved. And it seems that now we have an administrative message coming through from our very own police department. Please stand by for that message.
The following is an administrative message, being transmitted per order of the San Francisco Police Department. As you are now aware, the city of Los Angeles is being evacuated due to mass rioting taking place. Due to this, please take the following actions. Prep for possible refugees. The citizens being evacuated will be, if needed, relocated to San Francisco homes, so they are allowed to have safe shelter over the course of this emergency. If you are asked by the United States military to harbor evacuees from Los Angeles, you are being asked to comply. You will be compensated after the emergency has ended for your assistance. Also, please be on guard, as it is unknown if the riots taking place in Los Angeles will extend into other parts of California as a whole. This has been an administrative message. Please stand by.
As you have just heard, there may be evacuees flocking to the San Francisco area to escape the riots currently taking place in Los Angeles County, and if they do, you are being asked to assist them in any way possible. This reporter thinks that this is a necessary action to be taken, so that our fellow Californians may sleep well this evening, and the evening after that in the way they should be. Alive. But on that note, this concludes our evening news, but stay tuned as we'll be running extended coverage on this violent situation taking place in Southern California. We will be back after these messages. Welcome back to the news at the top of the hour here, and I'm Nathan Lane, and once again I'll be bringing you the latest news and information on this humanitarian crisis taking place in Los Angeles County. As you heard before we took our commercial break, we have been asked to house evacuees from Los Angeles County, and thankfully we will get paid for doing the right thing. But now we come to you with news that, reportedly, the situation has begun to spiral out of control, if that wasn't apparently clear enough, as the infected have reportedly begun to leave Los Angeles County and begun to spread throughout the state. In addition, it has been reported that now it is being speculated that those bitten by these creatures will, in a matter of minutes, transform themselves, causing the CDC to spiral into a panic. This is a very dire situation, folks, and I think, let me confirm with myself, yes, I am on the verge of pissing myself. That is how frightening this situation is, and for those of you who aren't with me being scared pitless, you better just admit you are. We now cut to a very important message from the Centers for Disease Control in the San Francisco Police Department.
This is a shelter-in-place warning. All broadcast and cable stations shall transmit this shelter-in-place warning. Moments ago, the Centers for Disease Control has confirmed that those who have been bitten by anyone infected with virus will, within a period of 5 to 10 minutes, cease brain function, only to reactivate within 1 to 2 hours of brain death. This comes after an individual study of those being classified as infected at Los Angeles Medical Center, 1 hour after death, would reactivate as feral creatures who yearn for nothing but human flesh. This is a dangerous situation, and it appears that isolated reports of virus F victims attacking citizens in the San Francisco area have begun to be received. At this time, the entire state of California is being placed under martial law. If you are at home, lock all windows and doors, and prepare to defend life and property if an infected individual attempts to enter your home. In addition, if an infected individual enters your home and bites you or members of your household, immediately commit suicide, as this is being the only way to prevent reanimation as a forefather. Finally, the United States Department for Homeland Security is at this time investigating anonymous tips of a possible plan for air dispersal of virus F within the next 5 hours. Until this is confirmed, however, take these reports with a grain of salt. This is the emergency alert system. This message has been transmitted per order of the Centers for Disease Control and the San Francisco Police Department. Please stand by.
Alright, San Francisco, as you have just heard, the infected beings called Forefathers have now begun to run rampant and are currently being reported as being on the prowls in the San Francisco area, and I'm personally becoming increasingly concerned for the safety of... Are we back on the air, Clay? We are? Alright. Good evening, California, and we are now, per order of the Federal Communications Commission, or the FCC, transmitting on all broadcast and cable stations in the state to bring you news and information on an evolving viral outbreak in the state. This all started earlier today when the city of Los Angeles was plagued by a series of cannibalistic attacks inside their famous In-N-Out Burger downtown location, which then caused the people who fell victims to said attacks to transform into almost mythical creatures called Forefathers. These creatures are impervious to damage except you sever the head from the body. Around 15 minutes ago, the city of San Francisco also reported attacks by the infected, and at this time, it is being assumed that this infection will soon spread throughout the entirety of the state, and at this time, this station has been informed by the Department for Homeland Security in collaboration with a group which, and I quote, are true allies of these United States, the Dark Carnival. These two organizations have stated that if these attacks continue, what the Dark Carnival is called retaliation measures will soon be forced to put into effect across the state in order to force this situation to arrive at a dead end, or to us who don't like confusing rhymes, an end.
We're sorry, but this station, per order of the Department for Homeland Security, is being blocked in your area. The following explanation has been issued.
To the citizens of the state of California, good evening. We come to you this evening with good news. The situation involving the forefathers has been brought to a peaceful and successful end. Due to this, all news programming shall cease at once, and citizens should exit their homes and go about their daily activities as if nothing has happened. And to one, and to all, Happy Halloween. This message will repeat. To the citizens of the state of California, good evening. We come to you this evening with good news. The situation involving the forefathers has been brought to a peaceful and successful end. Due to this, all news programming shall cease.
We interrupt regularly scheduled programming to bring you this emergency action notification. This is a national emergency. Please stand by.
The following message has been transmitted at the request of the United States federal government. This is not a test. This nation is currently under attack. Moments ago, NORAD detected the launch of 10 missiles from Hawaii, and at this time, these warheads are on course for the following locations. California. This is not a drill. If you are in California and can hear this message, take shelter at once. I repeat, take shelter at once. Impact is expected within 5 to 10 minutes, and at this time, it is being speculated that the emergency alert system has been hacked by an unknown individual in the California area. Please stand by for a message from an unknown center. Please stand by for a message from an unknown center. Please stand by for a message from an unknown center.
We're sorry, but the number you dialed has been permanently disconnected. You are now being connected to the Dark Carnival. We're sorry, but the number you dialed has been permanently disconnected. You are now being connected to the Dark Carnival. We're sorry, but the number you dialed has been permanently disconnected. You are now being connected to the Dark Carnival.
This is not a test. To anyone hearing this recording, something seriously wrong is going on here in California. We've been told that some sort of resolution took place and to exit shelter. But as you can see here, the situation is anything but alright. It is almost like a purge of sorts as widespread looting is taking place. And wait. What is that? What the fuck is that? Jenny? Nathan? Tell me I'm not the only one seeing this, right?
What in the holy hell is that in the sky? It looks like some kind of flare!
That's impossible!
Holy shit! As you just saw, folks, it appears that there's some sort of unnamed aerial vehicle in the sky attempting to neutralize anyone seen outdoors. I think we're gonna have to take shelter at this time, back inside the studio. To anyone seeing this stream, do not come to California. California is lost. I repeat, California is infected.
I see you've met our little last-ditch effort.
What? Who said that?
Don't you recognize me, Nathan? Jason? Jenny? For I am the hands which complimented you earlier.
I don't follow. What makes you think I'd recognize you?
How about this little soundbite to, let's say, refresh your memory?
We're sorry, but the number you dialed has been permanently disconnected. You are now being connected to the Dark Carnival.
That make it clearer? How about this, to force this situation to arrive at a dead end?
It's you. You're the Dark Carnival.
Not exactly. You may call me the Dark Master. I run the carnival in a sense, and I come to you to protect you. A battle is coming, and we need your help.
We're just newscasters! What makes you think that we can help you? I mean, we only speak on TV! How can we be of help in battle?
And I thought I was but a child, an outcast from society, but here I am.
And they told me I was just a defenseless little girl who couldn't get over her father's death. But I'm still here.
That's impossible! It's that family! It's Matthew and Leah Cooper! But I thought you were doing things more important than talking to a bunch of damn reporters!
Well, you see, Jenny, you three are like us. You've been living in the dark. But you all are meant for a greater task. Look into my eyes. Tell me what you see. Let go of all the hate and negativity in your mind, and open your heart to mine. Show me your true power.
You say that we are but shadows in your mind, manifestations of your deepest, darkest fears. You fear what you are. You fear metahumans. You fear the carnival. But the truth is, you don't want that. All you really want is to feel powerful. Feel like you have a reason for existence. I saw you out there, Jason. You had your hand on the trigger. You were preparing to do as the protagonist in the movie you saw last night and mercy kill your friends here. That's how I knew. You need to let go of your fears. I know this is a lot to take in, but you are the one who should be doing the taking. Reach into your soul and awaken the rebel inside of you.
We are sent by the Master here. We were told that there were people like us who needed to awaken to their true forms, and tonight we will allow you to do so. What is happening right now is you are awakening the metahuman inside you. You see, every time you use your phone's fingerprint scanner, it's been sending the Department for Metahuman Retention small blood sample data. And after 2 years monitoring you three, we've determined you possess the Z gene, the gene that separates humans from metahumans. Now the question is, what will you do with these powers? Will you help stop the infection? Or shall you do as humanity has done time and time again, and turn your back on your fellow men and women purely for special gain? If you choose the latter, I will have no choice but to destroy you and banish your soul to a place you would scream for all eternity as your body is ripped apart, cell by cell, until in a few million years' time, you finally die. Which will it be?
So, how long have you guys been fighting monsters and shit?
For me, around 5 centuries. Leo, for around the same amount of time.
Wait, 5 centuries? That's impossible. You're both around 21 if I had to guess.
You see, Jenny, there is a place where we stay inside of the Department for Metahuman Retention. We call it Compound M. It's where we train and master our powers to protect humanity, and that's where we're going right now. It'll all make sense when we get there. And, speak of the devil, everyone out? We're home.
Good evening, Master. I see you have some new recruits. Shall I escort them to their rooms?
Yes. Now, my friends, this is L. He is like us, a metahuman with immense powers. You may know him from the news as Light. He will be your escort around the compound. For now, though, it's late. I'd recommend you go to your rooms. We'll meet you in a little while. The three of us have some work to do on our own quick. Happy trails, friends.
Holy fucking shit. Cooper, what the hell are these things?
Forefathers, beings we told the public were infected with a virus. But they're much worse than that. These aren't and never were human beings. This is what hell pays home to. Demons.
Seriously? Chief never told me I'm fighting demons tonight.
And they never told me they'd be making me sweat. But that's life for you. Oh yeah, you might want to get down.
Cooper? Please tell me that's supposed to happen?
It's not. This is something new to even me, but fuck it. Let's see what this can do. Come at me, you forefather fucks. Let me settle into my new kicks.
What the hell was that?
All right, team, now listen carefully. Around 15 minutes ago, we lost contact with Matthew Cooper. We believe that a metahuman aligned with those who shall not be named has kidnapped him and is holding him hostage somewhere around the Hollywood sign. Therefore, we will be launching a tactical strike this evening in association with this man. A man who, Lee, I have heard you've made contact with before.
What do you mean someone I've made contact with before? You don't let me out of the house, Dad.
Lee, seeing right now as it's just you and me here, I'll be honest with you. I never let you out of the house because I love you. You're my one and only daughter, just like Matthew is my one and only son. And I just wanted the best for my kids. I mean, you're metahumans. If you would be found to be in possession of the device like you are today, they'd lock you in a madhouse. But back to my point. This man is someone I know loves you almost as much as I do. Eric, you can come out.
Hello, Leia. It's been a while.
Eric? But how? I saw you.
I know. I'll explain everything once this is over and done with. But right now, we need to get to the Hollywood sign. When I scouted the area earlier this evening for your father's sake, I saw that it's being overrun by true hands of logic forces. It seems that they have nuclear missiles for their protection, and they appear to be laced with a compound comprised of Virus F and Virus X. They're planning to launch them this evening across the globe, and even worse, there seems to be a mysterious presence in the area. Even though I can't quite see anything to suggest we have a greater threat than the true hands of logic.
Okay, but just tell me one thing. I'm not dreaming, am I? Are you really alive?
I am. And so is my love for you, Leia. All those years ago, I never forgot about you. I never forgot about our pledge. If we make it out of this shit show, I'll extend my hand in marriage to you. And after this is done, I intend to do so. But for now, we need to save Matthew. I fear he's in grave danger. Also, could you do me a favor and introduce me to these two?
Eric? Eric Matthews? My God, it's really you, innit?
Wait. Jason. I haven't seen you since we were back in the high school theater together. And who's this beauty? She your girlfriend?
Jenny? No, she's just my friend. A powerful one at that.
My name is Mistress Frostbite, and I do not surrender. That sound good? Is that a good catchphrase, guys?
I'm not so sure.
Jason? Jenny, I thought I told you to stay put back at Compound M.
Yeah, we heard over the radios that Cooper's been kidnapped, and we're gonna make sure he comes back in one piece.
Don't worry, the doorman's fine. He's just taking a nice cold shower.
Damn it, Cooper, you don't pay me enough to put up with this shit. Well, that's enough for my voice lines for this scenario. Hey kids, this has been Undead EAS, and love you all. Go subscribe and get ready for Vampire Invasion, my first.
Nope, back to the story. Stop breaking the fourth wall, doorman.
Alright, but let's get serious. So this is where we enter. Me, Eric, and Father will take the skies. Jason, Jenny, Nathan, you go on the ground on our signal. Now the target building is this one right here. It houses both my brother and the nuclear weapons. Now, we need to make sure we disable all of their electronics and communication lines. We cannot afford for them to call in backup. That's why we're bringing someone new. Friends, meet the Electric, a powerful electric metahuman. We found him cold and alone when my father and I were reaching this location.
You mean that little kid over there? You gotta be fucking kidding me, right? Right?
I'm far from joking. Now before we go, I need to warn you four. This is going to be your first battle, and at all costs, I need you, Mistress Frostbite, Nathan, and Jason, to protect the kid. He's the only way we're gonna shut down their power source. We strike at dawn. Now get some sleep. I think you're going to need it. Oh yes, and by the way, welcome to Task Force M.
Good. Good. They're waiting here, intending to attack our base this evening in search of you, you little son of a...
You know they're going to kill you, right?
That, my child, is irrelevant. You see, I hide in the shadows for a reason, for I'm neither beauty nor beast. However, I do envy a good feast, and hence why I've got you, because you're such a worthy specimen. I will kill you in front of those you live for, including your loving sister.
Help! Someone, help!
How about we have some fun? I've told some of my goons to take a girl hostage inside this building here. You have 30 minutes to find her. Now scurry along, my little Matthew. Time's of the essence. Now let's tell your friends too. I think they'll love your screams, and I bet when you see the girl, you won't even save her. You'll let her die. Because she isn't like you. You'll call her a freak. A monster. But you're the true monster. You'll see. You people only care about one damn thing. Power. You care about power in government. Power in the people. But power's a joke. And I'll show you just how much of a joke it is tonight. Oh, and one more thing. Just want to let you know there. Hope you got some lipstick, my friend. Because those lips of yours are bleeding of desperation.
The following is a child abduction emergency for the state of California. This is not a test. Around 1 hour ago, an anonymous tip was called in, reporting the location and status of a missing 17-year-old girl, who unfortunately does not have any description listed at this time. However, the exact location of this child has been reported to be inside of a military installation behind the Hollywood sign in Los Angeles, California. Due to this, all metahumans are being asked to investigate the facility and attempt to safely transport the child home. This has been a child abduction emergency for the state of California. This message will repeat.
Alright, Leia. We made it. But what is this place?
I don't know. Looks like some sort of nuclear facility. Wait. I hear something coming from that warehouse. Let's check it out.
Leia, no!
Good. So glad you can make it. You really are. So gullible. And what's this? Eric? And Leah? They really sent in the cavalry. But I'm sorry to tell you, your brother isn't here. But I am. And I've got to tell you. What I'm going to do to you could only be described as a crime against humanity. I will call down the songs of the heavens and bring life to the demons of hell. And when I'm done with you, you'll beg for mercy from your one true God. Me.
Damn. I really wish I was walking down the street with an M16 right now. What's that noise? You serious right now? And I thought that first guy was a dick.
See? I'm the last face you'll ever see. And now it's time for you to meet the same fate, you evil.
Wait! I'm not with those crazed loons. My name is Matthew. I was going to kill them so you could get out of here. But I guess that doesn't really work anymore now, does it?
Huh? You're not here to hurt me?
Why would I need to do that? I work for the US government as a metahuman. I can do things that most people can only dream of. And it seems you're pretty good with those there blades. Can you point me in the direction of where you found those beauties?
I don't think you get it, Matthew. Those aren't blades. It's kinda my thing.
I'm sorry. You got a kink for decapitating people with blades?
No, of course not. It's literally my thing. Since I was a little girl, I could make my arms into my blades, and my blades into my job. I'm not a good person, Matthew. The things they made me do, the things that the Eden Corporation did to me.
The Eden Corporation? What do you mean the Eden Corporation did this to you?
They...
It's okay, it's just us. And I'm not going to hate you because you attacked the company that we bought. You see, I'm in the Dark Carnival.
The carnival? What do you mean? Do you juggle or something?
No. We're a group of vigilantes who bought the company so we could use their manufacturing faculties to build our gear. The Carnival doesn't run the company, we just own it.
The company. You need to get away from the company. They tortured me from the age of 10. They injected me with what they called the cure for cancer. They called it Virus MX. Instead, it turned me into their metahuman slave. But look at me now. I have to hide my monstrosities behind this mask. Nobody will ever be my friend. Nobody will ever love me. I'm a monster.
No, that's not true. There is someone out there for you, I promise. We'll find that guy, I promise. Just give me a hand, your true hand. Let me help. What's your name, by the way? I never got it.
Kyler. My name is Kyler, but they called me Yokana. My parents. I go by Kyler now.
It gave you hope to have that name, Kyler?
Nope, it just sounds cool. You want to get out of here? This place is really getting me in a sour mood.
Oh, yeah. We can get out of here, Kyler. No problem at all.
So, about what you said earlier, you think that you can actually help me?
Yeah, I think I can, Kyler. So, just before I forget, how old are you?
18, if that matters. I just want somebody who isn't a creep to care about me, you know? I mean, you must think you like me now, but underneath this mask lies a face so horrifying I'd scar you for life. Don't think you can fall for me. Only I can fall for you.
You're falling for me?
Of course not, silly. I mean, we just met. That would totally fuck up the pacing of the story.
What story?
The Adventures of Kyler and Matthew Cooper, Vigilantes.
You know, I like the sound of that.
Good evening, Northeast Wisconsin. This is Jake Williams, and I am here this morning to bring you the latest news from across the nation. First, we can confirm that the state of California has been struck by as many as 20 nuclear missiles, and at this time, the United States government has issued a lockdown on the area, as they believe that radiation levels are unsuitable for humans, and therefore a state of emergency is in effect of California, or what is left of it. In other news, the emergency alert system has been experiencing strange and irregular transmissions over the past 24 hours, including messages such as "Fear the cure," "Fight your inner demons," and "A carnival is watching." No official designation has been issued in regards to this situation. However, it is being assumed that possibly these may be from the same group which hacked the United States military in order to fire the missiles at California. However, this is not confirmed. In other news, it is November 1st, and after a successful Halloween night across Northeast Wisconsin, many are lumbering back to work this morning after a night of partying and surely a night highlight a year for them. Oh my God. This is, I have no words. Ladies and gentlemen, this station has just received a communication from a separatist group with a strange symbol of a clown on a box. We have no word what is going on in the United States, but we know one thing, says the communication. California was not hit with nukes, and there is a much more serious situation taking place at this time. There is an outbreak.
We interrupt this program. This is a national emergency. Please stand by. The following message has been transmitted per order of the White House. This is an attack warning. Attack warning means that an attack against this country has been detected, and that immediate action should be taken to protect life and property. Around 7 hours ago, a plague began to spread throughout the state of California, and at this time, it appears that infected individuals with what the CDC is identifying as virus F have begun to mutate due to the effects of nuclear radiation, and have begun to make their way out of the state of California, and have spread throughout all states of the western United States. In addition, at this time, please stand by for a message from the United States government. Please stand by for a message from the United States government. Please stand by. Please stand by. Good evening, America. My name is not important, but what is important is why you are hearing my voice. You see, you Americans have clung to your goddamn democratic society for far too long. I'm obviously not a member of your government, as I would like to report that me and my sister have killed every member of your pathetic excuse for a government official in this White House, which by the way is eggshell white, not just white. Thought I'd make that clear, but we have been incubating for far too long. You see, this is not a message to bring you hope, it's a message from your new overlords. We bring your country true logic, and you shall never realize our powers and find a solution to us. At this time, we can report that our distribution of Virus F has been wildly successful. And to the people who call themselves the Dark Carnival, have fun trying to take out our defense systems, because well, let's be frank, you're fucking specks of dirt compared to the sheer force we possess, and to all of you who feel that you should riot, or try and rise up against us, your efforts will be futile. This message is your warning. Bow down, or face the true hands of logic. Connection terminated. That has been a message from your federal government. The following message is being transmitted per order of the Department for National Retention. At this time, the Department for National Retention has been issued Order 1-5B. Instructions for this order shall be followed. All citizens who do not wish to remain in the now occupied states of America are being ordered at once to exit your homes, and you will be relocated safely to the European Union. This message will terminate at once. Goodbye. As you have just heard, the President of the United States, the Vice President, both leaders of the House and Senate, along with the Chief Justice of the United States, at approximately 8 a.m. Central Standard Time today, were delivered the true hands of logic, and at this time, are no longer operational. At this time, the true hands of logic have an additional message for the citizens of the newly formed North American Federation. Please stand by. The following information is being transmitted per order of the true hands of logic and the board, as there has been a change in power, and some of you pathetic pieces of human garbage have begun to riot. We have issued the following information to keep you informed of situations involving glorious acts of genocide. Within the next 15 minutes, we will be sending Logic Peacekeeper drones across the United States, and we'll have them liquidate anyone who dares to defy the next order we have issued, which is martial law, effective immediately. All citizens of the North American Federation are ordered to enter their homes, and are not to exit their residences until further instructed to. Also, anyone who is recognized by the Department for Metahuman Retention as possessing the Z gene, will be captured and transported to internment camps along the border wall connecting us to Mexico. Finally, you are all to stay tuned to local news stations for a message from your new leaders, the true hands of logic. This message will repeat: you have been terminated.
And Matthew Cooper. Now, you, my friend, you have my sympathies. I mean, hell, this is coming from a terrorist who uses the name of a character from an EAS scenario to fucking validate his villainy. Well, let's put your so-called love to the test. Them or her. We will find, kill, and dispose of anyone you love if you choose her. But there is only one way to save your true family. Kill Kyla. You see, there are many downsides to dating a forefather. But what? I mean, look at her. She looks like an avocado. Fucking her avocado. Alright. Well, what about if I said that this is all just one big fucking game? You heard me. It's a game. None of this is real. And it never was. Hell, you're just some guy playing a choose-your-own-adventure game. Hell, you're just some guy playing a choose-your-own-adventure game, and you just happen to create the Matthew Cooper persona. Nothing I really do hurts you. Because you aren't you. And your love for Kyler is that of a waifu. She is nothing but pixels on display. Now let me tell you, when you read the simulation, how about I have some fun with Kyler here?
How about I do some of that so-called fun instead?
Oh look, someone else has come to play superhero too. Let's see, what can you do? Shoot silly string out of your arms? Make the freaking frog skate by putting chemicals in the water? You should leave before I teach you how to treat the true hands of logic.
No thanks. I think I'm going to let you know the truth. You're the ones who are real. You see, I made you, and you can't even make me. Oh, and you may be wondering my name. You may call me Logic 242. I am evolution at its peak. A being of true knowledge and one who acts on a strict set of guidelines. One who can detect via vocal patterns whether one is good or evil. Please register me. And you too. Well, let us just say you're the worst beings I've ever encountered. Now you may think using the names of characters from EAS scenarios is harmless and is only going to add more street cred to your actions. But let me tell you, this isn't going to add anything for you except death. A long, drawn-out, brutal, sadistic death. First, I will cut apart your tendons to leave you in agonizing pain. Then, I shall remove all of those implants your father gave you, and I will sit there and watch you bleed out, and when you are on your hands and knees, applying pressure to your skinless bodies, you will ask for me to end your suffering. And I will say, no, you have been terminated. Matthew Cooper. It has been a while since we last met. I am going to need for you to come with me. Do it, or you shall be terminated.